Welcome back, my dear students. In the class before the break, we started solving first practice paper on class 10 standard of 25 marks on two chapters. One is AP and coordinate geometry. In the first part, we revised the chapter and recalled all the important formulae. Very simple in the formulae in AP and coordinate geometry. Right? Don't have tension. Carefully learn the formula and study the solutions discussed here. Practice similar type of problems and get ready for the examination. Remember, day before the examination, don't write. Remember some of the important things. Don't learn any new things. Day before the examination, don't learn any new things. And second point you have to remember day before the examination is have sound sleep. And the third important point is keep your all examination materials ready. Exam materials. What are the tomorrow you have examinations will have hall ticket, compass box, pen, all of them keep ready. Don't search for them in the morning. While going to the school or examination time, don't forget if you have got hall tickets, pen, then you have compass, everything you have to keep it ready in your bag and go to the bed. And don't make any hurry things. Be at least 15 minutes earlier in the examination hall. After reaching the examination hall, before the bell rings, 15 minutes earlier you go and sit at your place. And after sitting at your place, don't start discussing with anybody. Don't have any quarrels. Don't discuss other things other than the subject. You just silently sit at your place. Take some long breath, deep breaths. Minimum some 5 to 10 times you take deep breath. And by the time you recall the important formulae of the chapter, suppose that you are giving a test on AP and coordinate geometry. What are the different formulae we practiced now? You try to recall. Then have a cool mind. Have positive thoughts. Don't worry. Then you read the question carefully. There are some questions which are easy, there are some questions which are difficult. You start solving from the easy, then you move on to the tough. Okay? And be careful about time management. Always look at the clock and work. So let us move on to the next part. Essay. Third part of the paper, 25 marks paper, is a short answer question carrying 2 marks. Short answer questions carrying 2 marks. Here you have to answer 5 questions, each carrying 2 marks. 5 2s are 10 marks. 10 marks questions. And the first question, already we completed 5 questions in the first part. Take the 6th one. Find the distance between the points. Find the distance between the points. Find the distance between the point. Note down the question first, then we will discuss the solution. Find the distance between the points. This is a problem on coordinate geometry. You know, P23 and Q41. Very easy question for 2 marks. By using formula. Just at the time of reading you plan using formula. Try to recall the formula. Suppose that PQ is the line joining the points. That is coordinates of PR23, coordinates of QR, yes, 41. You can use the distance formula. Suppose you consider this one as x1, y1 and this one as x2, y2. You know the formula. Recall. What is the formula? Distance formula? Yes, you are correct. Root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Then carefully substitute. There are no negative signs, no problem, very simple problem. And x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2 whole square plus y2 is 1 minus 3 whole square. Now, you can take the difference and square it. 4 minus 2 is 2 square plus 1 minus 3 is correct, minus 2 square. What do you get here? Root of 2 square is 4 plus minus 2 square. Negative number square is also 4. You know, how many times 4 here? You have got 2 times 4. Instead of writing it, I will write it as 2 times 4. Because the advantage is you can take the square root outside. Therefore, the answer will be 2 root 2 is the distance. You can easily, if you write correctly and substitute properly, for this you will get 1 mark. And remaining 1 mark will be given for calculation correctly. Be careful with the negative sign. Very simple question, not a difficulty at all. 7th question is another easy question on coordinate geometry. 7th question. Find the coordinates of the midpoint. Midpoint formula, you remember? On that, this question. Find the coordinates of. Right, note down the question, recall the problem while reading the question, noting down the question you plan. Find the coordinates of the midpoint. Find the coordinates of the midpoint. Find the coordinates of the midpoint of the line joining the points of the line joining of the line joining the points. Line joining the points 2, 3 and 4, 7. Another easy, very easy question. 2, 3, 4, 7. Yes. How do you solve this one? For that you have to recall the formula. Just substitute, no application, no skill required. Very, very simple questions will be asked. You unnecessarily worry about the paper. Very simple questions will be asked in the annual examination also. Just you have to apply, have some confidence in you that you can solve, I can solve. Think always. Suppose A is the point 2, 3 and B is the point 4, 7. You consider it as x1, y1, this one as x2, y2 again. What is the midpoint? Midpoint formula P. It will divide the ratio in 1:1. You also know the formula. What is the midpoint formula? Midpoint formula is sum of the x coordinates upon 2, that is x2 plus x1 upon 2. You must have formula in your mind, y2 plus y1 upon 2. See how easy the problem is. You substitute x2, what is x2 is 4 plus x1 is 2 upon 2. Just arithmetic part of it. And y2 is 7 plus 3 upon 2. What do you get here? 6 upon 2, 10 upon 2. Cancel it. 2 1s are, yes, 2 3s are. Be careful in arithmetic. 2 1s are, 2 5s are. You don't do silly mistake. Generally students do silly mistake at this part, simplification part. Therefore the midpoint is exactly 3 5. Check it again before you continue. x2 is x2 plus x1, 4 plus 2, 6 upon 2, 6 upon 2, 2 1s are, 2 3s. Have this habit of rechecking before you continue with the next problem. See here, 7 plus 3 is 10 upon 2, 2 1s are, 2 5s are. Yes, answer is correct. You can score good, full marks. For writing the formula and substitution, you get 1 mark. Remaining simplification, you will get 1 mark. And that is the 7th problem. You have to answer 5 questions in it. Take next question. So 2 questions were asked on coordinate geometry. I have asked the 3rd question, 8th question on arithmetic progression. If 2 5 8, if 2 5 8, so on, R in AP, R in AP, R in AP. Find the sum of the 20 terms. Find the sum of 20 terms. While reading the question only you have to plan. I think most of you must have planned what to do. Already you are perfect in it. Right? You know the formula correctly. What is given, what is asked, very simple. In that you know what to do. What to do? First of all, you have to write the AP and collect the first term, common difference. Then write the formula. You are asked to get n. Find the sum of 20 terms. What you are given with? Given with this is in AP. 2, 5, 8, so on are in AP. Well, looking at it, can you tell me what is the first term? First term is 2. How do you get the common difference? Common difference is second term minus the first term. 5 minus 2 is 3. How many terms are there? What is n? What you are asked to find out? You are asked to find out what? You are asked to find the sum of 20 terms. Means S20 is asked. Then what will be n? N will be 20. Like this you have to collect the information. Then you use the formula. Direct question. No much skill. Just you have to apply, substitute the values and simplify. And formula, recall the formula. Formula very important. Many times, many students write formula wrongly, then calculation wrongly. Therefore, be careful. Formula is n by 2, yes, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Those are good practice. Go ahead, one step ahead. I should be the last student to solve this one. All of you go ahead, at least one step. Okay. Yes, 16 is equal to. Wherever n is there, a is there, d is there, substitute the values, what do you get? N is 16 upon 2 into bracket 2 into what is a? 2 plus n minus 1. 20, n is 20, minus 1 becomes what? 19. Let me write directly 19 into what is the common difference? 3. Just you have to multiply and simplify. Cancel. Careful. Be careful in arithmetic parts. I have seen many students lose their marks. Up to this they will write correctly 1 mark, but they will lose the second mark just because of the calculation mistakes. Be careful. Arithmetic operations are very important. Many students neglect it. Be careful. 2 1s are, 2 8s are. You get 2 2s are 4, 19 3s are 57. What do you get here? 8 into 57 plus 4 is, yes, 61. Multiply this. Your answer will be, it's 20, no? 16. Yes, 20. Number of terms, sorry, n is 20. Let me correct it. 2 1s are, 2 10s are. Yes, you are getting 10 here. I am sorry, please correct it. 61 10s are is 6 10. And the answer should be 6 10. For calculation part, you will get 1 mark. For substitution, you will get 1 mark. You are asked to get S20. Substitute correctly. N is 20. 2 1s are, 2 10s are. You are getting 61 into 10 is 610. That is the solution. See, another simple question. Let us move on to the 9th question. Okay, noted this. Note the solution. If you do not get sufficient time, if you are a slow writer, mute the video and then note down. Let us move on to the 9th question. It is also an AP, another type of problem. If 3, 6, 9 are the terms of an AP, are the terms of an AP, terms of an AP. Sn is equal to 165. Sn is equal to 165. Find the number of terms. Look at here. This time, slightly different problem. Number of terms. Yes. Read the question carefully. If 3, 6, 9 are the terms of an AP. First of all, you collect what is given. Use the rule I told you in the first session. That is, the rule is graph rule. Graph rule. What is given? Graph rule. Recall, reading the question, collecting the given data. What is asked, you have to observe. Then which formula I can use. All these things you have to read as soon as you study a question statement problem. Here you are given with 3, 6, 9, so on, 9, so on, is in AP. The terms are in AP. Collect the data. What is A is equal to? A is equal to 3. You can collect a D also. What is D is? Second term minus first term. 6 minus 3 is also 3. 9 minus 6 is also 3. Therefore, the common difference is 3. What else you are given with? You are given with Sn is equal to 165. Now you solve the problem. What is the formula? Formula that you can use is Sn is equal to n by 2 into bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. What, students? Studied the problem. This time you are asked to get what? You are asked to get n is asked. Observe carefully what is asked. Substitute the values correctly. What is the sum of n terms is given as 165. Substitute to 165. Then you have n, you don't know, write n only. Then a is 3 plus n minus 1 into, what is common difference? Common difference is also 3. Common difference is also 3. Now you simplify 165 is equal to n by 2 into, what do you get here? 2 3s are 6 plus, remove this bracket, 3 into n is 3n plus into minus is minus, be careful about sign, plus into minus is minus, 3 1s are 3. Now what you are left with? You are left with, take this number 2 also to the left, because we are interested in n. 165 into 2, that is equal to n into bracket. You are left with what? 3n. Let me write 3n first. What is 6 minus 3 is? 6 minus 3 is plus 3. Here you can observe in these two terms, common is 3. Take that 3 outside, you will get 165 into 2. Let me take that 3 common in this, 3 into bracket, n plus 1. Observed? Now you take 3 to the left, what do you get? You get here 165 into 2 divided by 3 is equal to, I will take all the numbers to the left, and on the right hand side what you are left with? N into n plus 1. Now you cancel 165 and 3. 3 1s are, right? 3 5s are 15. You are left with 16 minus 15 is 1. 1 5 is 3 5s are 15. 55 2s are 110 is equal to n into n plus 1. See, it is a question for 2 marks. Many students expand this and try to use the quadratic equation. Don't go for it. You can simply split this 110 in such a way that 2 consecutive, n and n plus 1 are 2 consecutive numbers. Similarly, can you get the factors of 110 so that you will get 2 consecutive numbers? Observe, if I take 11 tens is 110. Can I write 10 into 11? Do you think 10 and 11 are consecutive terms? You get n into n plus 1. Let me write it more clearly. This is called as just splitting this term, this 110 into 2 consecutive numbers. 11 can be written as 10 plus 1 is equal to n into n plus 1. Just by inspection you can solve. Don't write quadratic equation and spend a lot of time in the exam hall. You can save time. Many students I have seen, they will try to expand it by using quadratic equation. No, don't go for it. Even if you have learned quadratic equation, now just mention by inspection. By inspection, you can say that n is equal to 10. That's all. The problem number 9. You are left with just one problem in this 2 marks question. Right? In the 2 marks, you have got one question. See, the 10th problem. If the distance between the points, let me rub this one, please note it down. Let us move on to the 10th and last question in it. And if you solve them correctly, you will get 10 marks in the part B, 10 marks in the third main, short answer question, 2 marks. After this, you have 2 more questions, one essay type question of 3 marks, and lastly, one question of 4 marks. Right? Okay. Find the distance between the points, between the points 2, 5, between the points, take question number 10, between the points 2, 5, another, such questions will appear in the annual exam. X minus 7 is 30, between the points is 30. Find the value of x. Read the question. Find the value of x. An important question, right? Few students can solve it, many students find it difficult. Let us study the problem carefully. Find the distance between the points. If the distance between the points is 13, always in coordinate geometry, it is better, even in geometry also, it is better if you draw the rough diagram and try to analyze the problem. Distance between the points is, let me take the 2 points here. One point is A, distance between the points is A 2, 5 and B x minus 7. This term distance is given, you have to find out the unknown value. It is 13. Means what? You are given with AB is equal to 13. Now you can use the distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, that is a root of, using distance formula, directly apply using distance formula. Using distance formula you can solve the problem. Now you apply distance formula. What is the length of AB? x2 minus x1 whole square. What is x2? x2 is x minus x1 is 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Minus 7 minus 5 whole square is equal to 13. You can simplify this. You get root of x minus 2 whole square. I will keep it as it is. You observe that minus 7 minus 5 becomes a minus 12. Minus 12 whole square will be what? Minus 12 whole square will be 144. That is equal to 30. Now we are interested in finding x. Therefore square it on both sides. Squaring on both sides, what happens? If you square it on both sides, left hand side on squaring the root number, root eliminates, you are left with the x minus 2 whole square plus 144 is equal to what? 13 square. You can write this 144 as 12 square also, right? I will teach you x minus 2 whole square. Take this 12 square also to the right. What do you get? 13 square minus 12 square. Don't go for bigger numbers. This is in the form of a square minus b square. You studied in the 8th standard. You can use the a square minus b square formula to get the RHS. 13a plus b is 13 plus 12 into 13 minus 12. It is easier than squaring it, writing it as 169, 144. Don't write it. Use the a plus b minus b formula available to you. And 13 plus 12, 10 plus 10 is 20, 20 plus 3 is 23, plus 2 is 25. Into 13 minus 12 is 1, you are getting 25. If you take square root on both sides, if you take a square root on both sides, taking square root, what do you get here? You get x minus 2 whole square is equal to plus or minus root of 25. The answer will be plus or minus 5. After taking the square root, you are left with only x minus 2. Now you take minus 2 to the right. What do you get? X is equal to 2 plus or minus 5. You will get the two values for the x. Once you put the plus, you get x is equal to 2 plus 5 will be 7. And x is equal to 2 minus 5 is minus 3. Thus you got two values for the x. Don't write only one value because x may have positive or negative values. Better you understand this, write it as plus or minus and check it. One answer will be 7, another answer will be 2 minus 5. Once you take a plus sign, another time you take a minus sign, 2 minus 5 is minus 3. This is the answer. Bit tricky question to find out the x. Carefully note down, study. If I got any doubts, write your doubts or comment please in the comment box given at the bottom, or you can even interact in my group also. Right? Okay. Let us, that completes the second part of this particular problem. Before we move on to the last part, have a short break. We'll continue.